All about the lasers and microphone atop Mars 2020, NASA's next rover. I'm stephenbelaire and this is Breakthroughs. NASA is sending a new laser-toting robot to Mars, but unlike the lasers of science fiction, this one is used for studying mineralogy and chemistry from up to about 20 feet, 7 meters away. It might help scientists find signs of a fossilized microbial life on the red planet too. One of the 7 instruments aboard the Mars 2020 rover that launches this summer, SuperCam, was built by a team of hundreds and packs what would typically require several sizable pieces of equipment into something no bigger than a cereal box. It fires a pulse laser beam out of the rover's mast or head to vaporize small portions of rock from a distance, providing information that will be essential to the mission's success. Here's a closer look at what makes the instrument so special: a far reach. Using a laser beam will help researchers identify minerals that are beyond the reach of the rover's robotic arm or in areas too steep for the rover to go up. It will also enable them to analyze a target before deciding whether to guide the rover there for further analysis. Of particular interest, minerals that formed in the presence of liquid water, like clays, carbonates, and sulfates. Liquid water is essential to the existence of life as we know it, including microbes which could have survived on Mars billions of years ago. Scientists can also use the information from SuperCam to help decide whether to capture rock cores for the rover's sample catching system. Mars 2020 will collect these core samples in metal tubes, eventually depositing them at a predetermined location for a future mission to retrieve and bring back to Earth. SuperCam is essentially a next-generation version of the Curiosity rover's ChemCam. Like its predecessor, SuperCam can use an infrared laser beam to heat the material it impacts to around 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 10,000 degrees Celsius. A method called laser-induced breakdown spectroscopy, or LIBS, and vaporizes it. A special camera can then determine the chemical makeup of the rocks from the plasma that it created. Just like ChemCam, SuperCam will use artificial intelligence to seek out rock targets worth zapping during and after drives, when humans are out of the loop. In addition, this upgraded AI lets SuperCam point very precisely at small rock features. Another new feature of SuperCam is a green laser that can determine the molecular composition of surface materials. This green beam excites the chemical bonds in a sample and produces a signal depending on which elements are bonded together, a technique called Raman spectroscopy. SuperCam also uses the green laser to cause some minerals and carbon-based chemicals to emit light, or fluorescence. Minerals and organic chemicals fluoresce at different rates, so SuperCam's light sensor features a shutter that can close as quickly as 100 nanoseconds at a time, so fast that very few photons of light will enter it. Altering the shutter speed will enable scientists to better determine the compounds present. Moreover, SuperCam can use visible and infrared light reflected from the sun to study mineral content of rocks and sediment. SuperCam includes a microphone so scientists can listen each time the laser hits a target. The popping sound created by the laser subtly changes depending on the rock's material properties. The microphone serves a practical purpose by telling us something about our rock targets from a distance, but we can also use it to directly record the sound of the Martian landscape or the rover mast swiveling. The Mars 2020 rover marks the 3rd time this particular microphone design will go to the red planet. In the late 1990s, the same design rode aboard the Mars Polar Lander, which crashed on the surface. In 2008, the Phoenix mission experienced electronic issues that prevented the microphone from being used. In the case of Mars 2020, SuperCam doesn't have the only microphone aboard the rover. An entry, descent, and landing microphone will capture all the sounds of the car-sized rover making its way to the surface. It will add audio to full-color video recorded by the rover's cameras, capturing a Mars landing like never before. Wow, freaking cool! I'll leave a link in the description, and as usual, please like, share, subscribe, and take care.